My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance.
In the weight room.
Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Hey, and welcome back to the Varsity side of things. The Southeastern Lady Suns taking on and renewing the rivalry with the West Prairie Cyclones here at Scioto this afternoon, or this morning, I guess, still. We bring you a Saturday till 1 and 2 on the docket. We'll do an Easter weekend special coming up next weekend. That'll be right back here at 10 a.m. Hope you're alongside for that, he said as he forgot to put on his headset. That's how it goes sometimes. Oh, some days. Wash this brain and can't do a thing with it. But anyway, welcome back here for our varsity contest here with the Southeastern Lady Suns and the West Prairie Cyclones here this morning. Again, one of our two special Saturday broadcasts, as will be in your ears next weekend in your ears. I'm an old radio guy. I keep saying in your ears. Will be in your eyes, in your ears. Coming up next weekend as well. I hope to bring you some wonderful volleyball action as we continue along here on the trail. And, of course, we'll have a couple for you next week, as I mentioned, as we will have coming up the West Prairie Cyclone ladies on a Monday. And Saturday, or Tuesday rather, as they'll take on Rushville Industry. And then we'll be with you on April 6th as the Cyclones take on Bushnell Prairie City at Bushnell. And then the 14th and 15th, Tax Day. It is, actually, they've moved it back, but Illini West and Mercer County. Before we get to the wait, let's turn things over to Caleb. Caleb Hall, the AD of West Prairie.
At this time, please rise and gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. And now the starting lineups. First, the visiting Suns. Number 15, Annie Kerr. Number 4, Abigail Schaefer. Number 3, Summer Ramsey. Number 9, Riley Bozar. Number 8, Grace Hester. Number 11, Abby McMillan. And your liberos, number 1, Haley Marlowe. The Suns are coached by Tim Kerr, assisted by Autumn Schulian and Angela Webb. And now the starting lineups for your West Prairie Cyclones. Number 4, McLean McNell. Number 12, Ellie Powell. Number 1, Malia Houston. Number 2, Maddie Calvert. Number 8, Addie Despain. Number 11, Brooklyn Welsh. Your barrows, number 5, Wynn Kalki. The Cyclones are coached by Terry Paul, assisted by Caleb Hall, Drew Snyder, Patty Clark, and Erica Clark. Your officials for today's game are Jay Shepler and Ray Sykes. Good luck to both teams.
And that is our starting lineups and everything in this rivalry between the two coaches going a long time back, as I mentioned, probably 20-some years for them coaching against each other. So been a lot of fun, and hopefully we get a great volleyball match here. And, of course, did need to mention a couple injuries. Maddie Hood not with the Cyclones today, and also out for the Southeastern Lady Suns is Taylor Wagner. So each one having one out here. The Lady Suns in the gray uniforms, they call them the game day alternates, with the yellow band on those and the gold striping. The Cyclones in the traditional grayish silver, black numerals trimmed in white, and the black trunks here today. Glad you are with us for another volleyball broadcast on TSSR Game Time Live. Tri-County Seeds, your local Golden Harvest seed advisor, located in Scioto, rooted in genetics, agronomy, and service for over 10 years. Contact Nate Todd at 309-333-3437 for all your Golden Harvest, corn, soybean, and seed treatment needs. Bushnell Banking Center, a branch of Raritan State Bank located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell, offers full-service banking and loan services for all of your banking needs. Come visit the bank, a friendly service, or call them at 309-772-2345. Good luck, Cyclones. Bushnell Banking Center, equal housing lender and member FDIC. Annie Kerr will send it first for the Southeastern Lady Sun. She'll let it go left-hand side off of Kalki. On the run is Egnell. She'll set it up for Houston and brought up by Kerr. Bozarth on the run to it, tapped over by Schaefer, and Despain digs. They bring it out. Calvert brought it over Powell, knocked it across. Right back it comes to West Prairie. Kalki up with it to Powell, putting the Powell in Powell. Ellie Powell knocks it down and makes it a and the officials, we had a little confusion over who's. Okay, so they had a line violation before the ball was down. So it makes it 1-0 Southeastern. Served by Kerr off of Despain, high in the air. It is Egnell over to Houston. Dug up nicely in the back row by McMillan. Set up on the outside. Hammer it in, and it's Hester. Hester doing like that might pester the Cyclones. 2-0 lead here for the Lady Suns in game number one. Best 2 out of 3 falls. Annie Kerr brings it again. Line drive off of Kalki right side. Egnell pops it up for Despain. She'll hit it and dug up by Kerr in the back row. Bozarth helps. McMillan's now going to try to hit it through, and just a little bit short side out to the Lady Suns. It is 2-1. McLean Egnell comes back to serve it here for the Cyclones. Egnell serves it off. McMillan had a little trouble with it and hits it into the net, makes it 2-2. The Cyclones will try to jump into the lead. Egnell sends it back off McMillan. Kerr sets it up at the front. Nice job by Ramsey, but just a little bit wide. She was trying to cut court and sent it a little wide, 3-2. West Prairie takes the lead by 1. Egnell again, back row off Bozarth up to Kerr, sets it high up for Hester, blocked. Popped back over. I think Powell got a hand on it. Now West Prairie plays. Egnell out to Calvert. And gets up under that one, sends it out of bounds, makes it 3-3, and the side out for Southeastern. Abigail Schaefer will serve it here for Southeastern Lady Suns. Serve from the right-hand side of the serving area off of Despain, middle back row for the Cyclones. Set up for Houston. Dug by Kerr, tipped over by Hester, and Despain's got it right side. Egnell back set Powell, and she'll be dug by McMillan. Kerr keeps it up. Schaefer brings it through, and Despain has it. Egnell tips, and Lady Suns, Ramsey got up a little quicker than she thought. Couldn't quite handle it. 4-3, side out for West Prairie. Calissa Watkins will come in to serve, replacing Ellie Powell. Watkins Sends the serve, line drive, taken in the back row by Ramsey, popped up by Kerr, outside for Bozarth, tipped, and Egnell's got it. Kalki now brings it right side, back for Addie Despain, bang, and good. The Despain on the plane causes pain and makes it 5-3 lead for West Prairie. Calissa Watkins will load it up again as she readies to send it. For West Prairie, they have a 5-3 lead, their largest of game one. Serve is a little short. Ramsey's there. Kerr going to bring it outside for Southeastern to Bozarth. Tipped, and Calvert digs it up. Back set for Despain. Puts one in, paints the back line again. 6-3 Cyclones. Cyclones taking a 3-point advantage, and Watkins will eye it up again. Readies to send it on the way, pounds it through, and Ramsey is there. Kerr going to set it up, tipped across by Ramsey. Kalki takes it. Egnell for Calvert, partially blocked, and drops him off the block with the kiss for a 7-3 advantage for the West Prairie Cyclones. Calissa Watkins comes to it again, right side, short this time. Ramsey at the floor. Kerr pops it up. McMillan brings it through, and Egnell takes it. Outside they load it to Despain, blocked by Summer Ramsey, who says, stay on your own side. Well, actually, they say did not get across in 3 yet. See, cliche either way. 7-4, side out for the Ladies' Suns. And the jump serve by Ramsey, popped up by Kalki. Egnell helps it outside to Despain. Cuts court, and good. Malia Houston out, Brooklyn Welsh in as Gwen Kalki goes back to serve. And actually a good thing to see in the gym, one Mr. Chris Dewar doing some highlights. Nice to see him here. Kalki brings it, back row off of Schaefer. Up for Bozarth, who back tips it, taken by Kalki. Egnell back sets it, tipped over by Despain, dug by Ramsey, and Southeastern loads it. Bozarth had it hit off her hand and makes it 8-4 West Prairie. Good, fast, quick action. You get that with good volleyball teams and fun to watch. Gwen Kalki will let it go again from the left-hand side of the service area. Couple of dribbles at it. Powers it through, and Schaefer's up with it. Bozarth going to bring it for McMillan. Just a little bit too long. Had the right idea. And it's now 10-4 valued companion. Kalki again trying to extend the lead a little more.
As we work together.
The side of her hand, but works anyway. The knuckleball drops in, and good for an 11-4 West Prairie advantage. 11-4, West Prairie in the advantage here. As Kalki again with it. Serves off the side, Ramsey up to Bozarth. Back set, hammering it home is Hester, but too long and out of bounds. She brought the hammer, but just hit the nail sideways. 12-4, an 8-point lead now for West Prairie in game number 1. We'll take a step aside as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
And we are back here as the Cyclones taking an 8-point advantage in this game number 1 as Gwen Kalki back to serve for West Prairie. Kalki served deep back row, popped up by Ramsey on the right side. Bozarth left side for McMillan. Tips, Despain's there. Egnell says, you have it back. Ramsey, nice over the head save, but Kerr not quite able to capture it, and it makes it 13-4. 13-4 lead here. Coming at it is Gwen Kalki again. She serves off of Schaefer. Bozarth to McMillan. Drops it home. Net violation anywho. That was one of these Cyclones in front. And now coming to serve is Haley Marlowe. Hester will go out. 13-5. Southeastern going to try to get it back on a little bit of a run as they bring it. Marlowe off of Kalki up to Agnell. Welsh across, and Marlowe digs it for the Lady Suns. Kerr out for Ramsey. Watkins is there in the middle back row. Over for Despain, and it's tipped up by Kerr. Schaefer outside Bozarth. Over the blocks, and Agnell brings it to Kalki in the middle. Welsh just bumps it through. Played by Ramsey. Kerr up to McMillan. Unloads. A little bit long and out of bounds. And it is 14-5. Maddie Calvert serves it here for the West Prairie Cyclones. 14-5 lead for them. Calvert off of Schaefer off the floor. Kerr, and now McMillan flips it across. Agnell takes it. Calvert going to back set it for Agnell on the attack. And Ramsey is there. Kerr brings it from the right side to Schaefer. She'll drop it, and Agnell's underneath it. Kalki. Agnell off the top of the net. Kerr to McMillan. And Bozarth brings it down the line past Watkins, and good. Almost hard for this old man to keep up with this. 14-6 side out for Southeastern. Riley Bozarth, eyes and sends, and it's picked up by Despain right side. Into the middle for Welsh, and we've got, they're whistling Agnell for an illegal hit or double hit. 14-7 touchdown lead for West Prairie. Served by Bozarth off of Calvert. Agnell going to bring it right side for Despain. Unloads, but a little bit wide. The wide right. Sorry to any Buffalo Bills fans listening in the audience. 14-8. 6-point lead for West Prairie. Southeastern making a run. Bozarth off Calvert. Right side. Here comes the load up for Despain. It is good off Marlowe and down. Run stopper there from Addie Despain. And now she'll come back to serve it. 15-8 the lead for the Cyclones here. As Addie Despain powers the low line drive off Marlowe. High up to the air. Kerr flips it through. Watkins digs. Calvert a load up, and Despain tips it across and makes a sunset as she drops it in the middle of the Lady Suns for a 16-8 lead for West Prairie. Despain again. This one deep back row. Low, deep, and generally unplayable. And that's going to bring back to serve Abby McMillan for the Lady Suns. 16-9, 7-point advantage for West Prairie. As McMillan runs Calvert to the back line. Agnell up for Welsh. Tipped off the blocks, and a bouncer. A one-hopper off the blocks drops in for a 17-9 side out for West Prairie. Watkins out, Powell in. And Malia Houston is back. Brooklyn Welsh serves for West Prairie. Off of Marlowe, high in the air, up for from Bozarth to Ramsey, tipped across Calvert. Now to Agnell, that one goes out beyond the out stick. Marlowe is out. Hester back in for Southeastern, and Annie Kerr serves. She ran off several early. 17-10 lead for West Prairie. Serve to Kalki right side. Agnell back row load up for Despain, hits it into the net, and it's 17-11. 17-11. Annie Kerr coming to it again. Kerr, that one tried to go across the net, just couldn't quite get across. 18-11, side out for the Cyclones. McLean Agnell serves it now. Agnell taken by Bozarth up to Kerr. Outside load up for Hester, hits it in the net, and it's 19-11. Lead has grown to 8 here for West Prairie. They have the advantage, and McLean Agnell will set it up again. Agnell deep back row, taken by Summer Ramsey. Up to Kerr, outside for Hester. She'll tip, and Gwen Kalki takes it left side. Agnell for the back row load up for Despain. Off the blocks, and McMillan the dig for the Ladies' Suns. Bozarth to Hester, drops it home past Despain, and good. She made a nice effort at it, couldn't quite get it. It is 19-12. 7 points the lead for West Prairie. And coming back to serve. Abigail Schaefer. She'll bring a deep serve off of Despain. Calvert and Houston kind of collided, sent back by Ramsey, and the Suns have it again. Kerr for Ramsey, off the hands of Kelke and back, and it's a 19-12 or 19-13. 19-13 lead, 6 points. The lead for West Prairie. It is again game number 1, best 2 out of 3 falls. Comes to it again. Schaefer ran him to the back line and just a little bit long and out of bounds. I would not have wanted to had to make that decision. Ellie Powell is out and Calissa Watkins in again for West Prairie. 20-13 again, maintaining that touchdown lead. As Watkins brings a soft serve off of Abby McMillan. Out to Ramsey, who hammers it off Watkins. Kelke says, I got you. And Despain bumps it over. Schaefer digs in the back row left. Kerr, back row attacked by McMillan. Dug by Watkins. Egnell out on the left side. Calvert. And did not get across from the recommended daily allowance of 3 hits. So we'll bring it back to Southeastern. 20-14, trying to make a little late game heroics in the hands of Summer Ramsey. Ramsey, the jump serve off of Calvert, pops sideways. Kelke helps it out, and Houston bumps it over. Now to Schaefer. Annie Kerr, the load up to McMillan, swung on and missed. 21-14. And a little confusion. Gwen Kelke going back to serve. Welsh in and Houston out. The libero switch mess. Best thing I can think to look at. Served by Kelke. Picked up by Schaefer. Actually flipped over by Bozarth, and West Prairie plays it. Crossed by Calvert. Schaefer now to Kerr. Set for McMillan, who tips it. Welsh keeps it high. Kelke to Despain, who will just bump it across. Ramsey right up to Kerr. Back set. And that one a little long by Hester. It is 22-14. 8-point advantage. Gwen Kelke sends it again. Back row off Schaefer. High in the air to Bozarth. Up for McMillan. The load up. And dug by Egnell. They'll set it outside for Despain. Off the Kerr. Tapped up at the net. Tried to send it back. McMillan blocked. Flipped over and down by Eddie Despain. Nice back and forth by the two teams. 23-14. 9-point lead for West Prairie. As Gwen Kelke to it. Serve taken there by Summer Ramsey. Bozarth for McMillan. Dug by Egnell. And now Kelke going to bring it to Despain. She tried to tip it. Tipped it right into the net. And it makes it 23-16. Coming in is Haley Marlowe. Replacing Hester. Actually, it's 23-15. Marlowe's serve. Picked up by Kelke. Up for Egnell. High in the air, Despain left side, dug by Ramsey, popped up by Kerr. Left side load up, Bozarth stuffed as Eddie Despain saying, stay on your own side. 24-15, Cyclones get a chance to finish it off in the hands of Maddie Calvert. Calvert, deep back row, Summer Ramsey's got it. Kerr set for McMillan, blocked again as Brooklyn Welsh a block party, and that's game 1 in the books, 25-15. Got some fine people that we need to thank here. I want to thank JoJo's Gaming Parlor. They offer the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stomp in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street, Bushnell. Cheer our area teams on to victory. Good Hope Gardens, located at 445 East Main Street, Good Hope, just east of the North Elementary School. Open April through October, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for all your fresh produce needs. Be sure to follow their Facebook page for daily updates. Current taking orders for a whole and half lamb freezer meat. Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Come see where it's grown. The Princess Shop is your local one-stop shop for women's apparel, accessories, and shoes. Stop in Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., or Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., located 1520 East Jackson in Macomb. You're listening and watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True convection cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
And back here as we get ready for game number 2 of the match between the Southeastern Lady Suns and the West Prairie Cyclones. As let's give you the lineups here. It is Abigail Schaefer, also Annie Kerr, Summer Ramsey, Riley Bozarth, Abby McMillan, and Haley Marlowe, the libero for the Suns. For West Prairie, McLean Egnell, Addie Despain, Gwen Kalke, also Allie Arnold, Malia Houston, and Maddie Calvert. Bozarth sets it up for Ramsey, and just Ramsey's that right through. The Lady Cyclones 1-0 lead here for Southeastern. Hester's going to come in, and Haley Marlowe will go out as Annie Kerr back to serve. Annie Kerr, load up, line drive, popped up to the net, and McLean Egnell not going to get it out of there. Southeastern takes a 2-0 advantage. 2-0 the advantage. Annie Kerr again, left side off of Despain. Houston flips it up, and Calvert brings it over. McMillan now to Bozarth in the middle for Ramsey. She'll tip it up, and Allie Arnold takes it. McLean Egnell drives it deep. McMillan is there. Ramsey now for Schaefer, the outside attack, hits it into the net, and that'll earn a side out for the Lady Cyclones. Calissa Watkins in, Allie Arnold out now. As they'll go back, as Calissa Watkins, couple slap dribbles at it, lets fly from the right side, bringing it off of Bozarth. Kerr in the middle to Ramsey, 10 over, and Watkins is there. Egnell outside setup, Despain past a diving McMillan, and good. We're even at 2. Even up at 2 apiece. As Watkins goes back to let it go. Readies, eyes, sends, coming across off of Bozarth. Over to Kerr, Ramsey, able to bring it across. Egnell, right side. Kalke over to Despain, she'll tip it. And Bozarth says, I got you for the Suns. To Schaefer, through the hands of Calvert, and the Lady Suns rally into the advantage at 3-2. As Abigail Schaefer coming back again and trying to expand the Lady Suns lead. I believe 2 or maybe 3 has been their largest. Serve off of Kalke in the middle. Egnell outside for Despain. And again, the Despain on the plane causing pain. And evens it up at 3-3. Gwen Kalke, left side, as Brooklyn Welsh now comes in. Kalke from the left. Across off of Ramsey, popped high by Hester. Ramsey with it into the tape and makes it 4-3. That's going to bring Gwen Kalke back again as she'll try to expand the advantage here for West Prairie. Kalke eyes, flies, and picked up by Ramsey in the middle back row. Kerr loading up for Bozarth. She'll hit it into the net, and it is 5-3 now. Neither coach using the timeouts. Been kind of, I guess, hoarding them there. As Kalke comes to load up, brings it to back row. Schaefer takes it. Kerr up with it to McMillan to tip across. Calvert on the run saves it, and Agnell up with it to Despain. Off McMillan, and the Lady Suns load up now. Bozarth from the left, taken by Agnell. Kalki out for Despain, brought up by Hester. Nice save by McMillan, and Hester couldn't quite get it across, but got to give credit where credit's due. Abby McMillan with a wonderful save. 6-3, West Prairie by 3 here in game number 2. As Kalki serves it off of Ramsey, up from Kerr. Ramsey tips it back row, left side, taken by Kalki. They load from the outside. Agnell to Calvert, and Southeastern works now. They're going to whistle a double hit on Hester. 7-3, Southeastern down by 4, West Prairie up by 4, depending on which side of the gym or the television set you sit on. Actually, don't sit on the television set. That's never a good idea. Kalki serves it off of Ramsey. And now Annie Kerr loads to McMillan, the back row attack. Watkins has it at the back line in the middle. Welsh loaded up from Agnell. Dug there, and Despain powering it back across. Dug by McMillan. Schaefer says, nope, you guys play it. Kalki to Agnell, right side. Despain off of Kerr, saved by McMillan. Bumped over by Ramsey, and Kalki is there. Up to Agnell for Welsh. And that one off the hands of McMillan and down. 8-3, 5-point advantage here for West Prairie. We've got a timeout. Let's take a timeout right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital. More than hospital care, a hospital caring.
And we are back here as we get along. Kalki serving off of Ramsey. Annie Kerr, left side. It is Bozarth. She'll tip and caught the Cyclones napping as she dropped it in past a diving Gwen Kalki. 8-4. Lady Suns get a big side out there, and Summer Ramsey will come back. And Ramsey, the jump serve, back row. Kalki there to get the hot smash. And outside for Despain, tipped, and Kerr arms were just a little too short to bring that one back. 9-4, 5-point lead on the side out to the West Prairie Cyclones. Maddie Calvert serving, left side, served off of Schaefer. Bozarth out for Hester, the right side, load up, and that one long as well. 10-4, valued companion. Growing a little bit frustrated there as Calvert comes to it again. Serve off of McMillan, left side. Bozarth will load it for the Suns to McMillan. Drops it over the blocks and good. And the Suns get a side out, make it 10-5. Haley Marlowe will come in to serve. Hester out. Marlowe walks to it in the middle. And serve back row off of Kalki. Agnell up for Welsh off the blocks and couldn't quite handle the smash. Bounced off. That one a double bouncer. 11-5, 6-point lead for West Prairie here in game 2. And at the serve is Addie Despain. Despain serves off of Ramsey. Marlowe going to set it to the outside. Schaefer finally takes it. A little confusion on who is getting it. Cyclones. Calvert to Welsh, and Bozarth digs for the Lady Suns to McMillan. Tipped, and now kept alive by the Southeastern. McMillan hits it across. Calvert is there. Kalki, right side, sent across. Marlowe digs. Up for Bozarth. Dug by Kalki on the left side. Calvert out to Watkins. She'll tip and send it. Actually, they're going to whistle her for a double hit. And so Southeastern catching a break there, as that one was going to drop in. 11-5, or 11-6 rather. Lady Suns within 5. I'm going to buy a bulb for that scoreboard. Out it comes to Brooklyn Welsh, hits it into the net and makes it 11-7. 4-point advantage here. Riley Bozarth line drive just across the net. Despain, they'll work her from backdoor attack from Agnell, and she hits it long. It is 11-8. Timeout called by West Prairie. We'll stay right here. Do want to thank McDonough Telephone Cooperative. This West Prairie game stream is made possible by McDonough Telephone's fiber internet. McDonough Telephone offers lightning fast and reliable fiber internet, video, phone, and camera systems to the McDonough County area. Call 309-776-3211 to check your availability. M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store, celebrating its 60th anniversary in June. They're a mainstay in the county, offer top-notch customer service, free delivery within 40 miles, and the best in home appliance repair in the area. You can give them a call at 309-772-2111. Heil Enterprises and Heil Trucking can take your product down the road near or far, and also offers top-notch heavy-duty truck and trailer repair. The second-generation business continues to grow and continues to support local athletics. Stop by and see Danny or Travis on Route 41 south of Prairie City, or call them at 309-775-3333. Just some of our fine game sponsors. Riley Bozar serve off Andy Despain. They'll load her up from Agnell. She'll be dug by Bozarth. Kerr up underneath it and then hit through by Ramsey. Up to Calvert to Welsh, who got up underneath it and hits it out of bounds. It is 11-9. The Suns coming all the way back to within 2. Been down by as many as 6. Sir, that one not going to fall as it just line drived out of bounds. Gives it back over to West Prairie. Malia Houston in, Kalki out, and now Allie Arnold in, and Calissa Watkins out for West Prairie. Brooklyn Welsh serves here for the Cyclones. Her serve just over. Marlowe gets it at the floor. Kerr to McMillan. Lobs it over. Despain digs. Calvert. Left side setup. It is Agnell. Brought up by Kerr. McMillan helps it out. And now Ramsey lobs it across. Despain has it left side back corner. Out for Agnell. Across and off of Kerr. McMillan up for Schaefer. Dug by Welsh. Right side. Calvert. Load up for Houston. And yes, indeed, Houston, we have a problem. Hammers that one off of Haley Marlowe. Makes it 13-9. Cyclones by 4. They won game number 1 by a 25-15 margin. Welsh picked up by Schaefer. Kerr helps it out, and then Ramsey bumps it over. Taken by Calvert, outside for Agnell, and dug by Ramsey, left side back row for the Suns. Loaded from Kerr to McMillan. That one a pinballer as it went between about 3 or 4 ladies and down. 13-10, side out for the Lady Suns. Abby McMillan coming back to serve. Gwen Kalki, the libero, is in. McMillan unloads it off of Calvert. Agnell going to tip it across, saved by Ramsey, but Marlowe not able to get the reaction shot. It is 14-10. A substitution, Arnold will come out as Kinley Welsh will come in for West Prairie. McLean Agnell serves here off of Marlowe, needs help. Bozarth keeps it alive, and Marlowe bumps it over. Kalki digs it up. Agnell back for Despain, the back row attack off Marlowe. Popped up by a couple Lady Suns, then Schaefer across with it. Up for Houston, and dug by Bozarth, flipped over by Ramsey and down, as Welsh and Agnell could not get it. 14-11, Marlowe is out. Coming in is Hester for the Lady Suns. Serving now is Annie Kerr, trying to inch them a little closer. Her serve taken by Despain. Agnell for Houston, blocked by Ramsey. Popped up by Kalki, Calvert across. And McMillan brings it up for the Lady Suns. Bozarth in the middle, Ramsey tips, Kalki on the run. And now back across by Agnell. Tipped back over by Hester, and the Cyclones play it. Houston to Schaefer. Load up for Schaefer outside off the blocks. Kalki is there for West Prairie. Set up for Despain. She gets under it and knocks it out of bounds. 14-12 cuts the lead to 2 for West Prairie. Southeastern rallying back into this one. We're down quite a ways. And that one, Kerr going to serve that one into the net. And earn a side out for West Prairie, 14-12. Watkins back in as Welsh goes out for West Prairie. And Calissa Watkins here with a 15-12 Cyclone advantage. Watkins off the side of her hand into the net, 15-13, right back over to Southeastern. Abigail Schaefer will serve it. It is 15-13. Schaefer serve, drops in. That one right near the back line as it dropped down, made it 16-13 on the side out. Gwen Kalki brings it over. Ramsey helps it out. Kerr brings it up, and McMillan sends it over. Kalki's got it for West Prairie. Agnell set up for Despain. Schaefer helps McMillan with it, and then Ramsey bumps it over high and deep in the back row. West Prairie sets it up. Welsh, too long and out of bounds, and it is 16-14. Comes back over to Southeastern. As Summer Ramsey will serve now for the Lady Suns. Jump serve, back row to Despain. Agnell sets it left side for Despain, stuffed by McMillan, kept alive by Agnell. Calvert back to Despain, and Schaefer digs it at the right sideline. Kerr for the Suns to Bozarth off the blocks, and dug by Watkins. West Prairie this time, Agnell to Calvert, and we've got a net violation on Southeastern. 3 points has been the margin for the last little bit. It is 17-14. Maddie Calvert readies with it, serves it across off of Schaefer. Bozarth outside to McMillan, dribbles it over the net, and good. And will bring it back to the Lady Suns, staying within two here. They can't seem to quite break that 2-point deficit. Haley Marlowe in, and Hester comes out for Southeastern. As Marlowe brings it across off Calvert. Agnell loads for Welsh, partially blocked. Bozarth pops it up. Kerr helps it, and now Bozarth trying to tap it across, hits it into the net. It is 18-15. Some of those unforced errors costing the Lady Suns. And Addie Despain steps back to let it go. Despain off of Schaefer. Helped out by Kerr, now to Ramsey. She'll hit that one into the tape, and it is 19-15. Timeout called by Coach Tim Kerr. Will step aside as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
Helps me reach peak performance.
In the weight room. Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
And back here at West Prairie, 19-15, the lead for the Cyclones as they try to finish this one off in two. Despain ready to send, brings it across, and up with it is Ramsey. They bring it up for McMillan. She'll drop it, and dropped it in by Watkins and Agnell. Cuts the lead down to 3, 19-16. 19-16, coming to it again is Riley Bozarth. She sends it low off Calvert. Up it comes her Agnell to Welsh, and that one hits in on the back line. Brooklyn Welsh able to get the Cyclones the ball back. Houston coming back in. Allie Arnold in, and out goes Calissa Watkins. Brooklyn Welsh serves here for West Prairie. Welsh just across the net. Schaefer is there. Kerr going to set her up on the outside. Hammers it in and good. And right back it comes to Southeastern. Abby McMillan serves for the Lady Suns. They've stayed within 2-3, but just haven't been able to break it any closer. McMillan serve off of Despain. And now Agnell brings it out to Houston. That one off the tape and drops. The excuse me spike falls in for a 21-17 West Prairie advantage. 21-17, Agnell. Backer off McMillan, high up for Bozar, set up for Ramsey, hits it into the outstick. And after all, the outstick is always the outstick. And the lead out to 22-17. 22-17, Agnell to it again. And that one brought up by Ramsey to the net, flipped back by Bozarth. And they're going to whistle a violation on Malia Houston for being over the net. Haley Marlowe out. Coming in is Hester, and serving now is Annie Kerr. 22-18 lead for West Prairie. Serve to Kalki, right side. Egnell in the middle for Houston. And Ramsey could not keep it alive. 23-18. Allie Arnold out, and Calissa Watkins will get a chance to finish it off here for the Cyclones. As Watkins walks to it, brings it through off of Summer Ramsey. Now Kerr back to Ramsey. That one high, deep, and generally unplayable. Game and match point here as the Cyclones trying to finish this one off in quick fashion. Watkins, her serve picked up there by Ramsey. Kerr going to set it outside. It is Hester, hit down, dug by Watkins. Egnell out to Calvert, off the tape, and pulled out of there by Schaefer. She'll be loaded left side, lobs it across. Kalki digs for West Prairie. Egnell back for Despain. That's a game winner as West Prairie will win it 25-15 and 25-18, and that will usher us into our post-game show. We hope to get word from both coaches here this morning. The Community News Brief is a free publication distributed to over 68 locations in Bushnell, Macomb, Colchester, and Industry, Adair, and more towns throughout the area. Provides local news to McDonough County and parts of Fulton County every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. To submit a press release or get advertising information for the locally owned publication, contact Lynn at 309-333-8245 or email communitybrief@gmail.com. Also want to thank the folks at Square Music Company. Square Music Company offers instruments, gear, lessons, service, and more. Located at 122 North Side Square in Macomb. Call the Macomb store at 309-431-5484. You can also visit the Quincy location at 725 North Hampshire Street. You can also find them online at squaremusic.com. Also want to thank Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Bushnell for over 100 years. Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Bushnell have been servicing the local community's needs for personal and business bank as well as home and agriculture lending in its trust department. Stop by the main branch at 484 East Main Street in Bushnell or their drive-up facility on Cole Street to learn more. F&M is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender. We're going to get Coach Tim Kerr in here in just a second as he winds his way up the bleachers. And hey, Coach, long time no see. Good to see you here in the gym.
Yeah, no kidding. Good to be seen. This is awesome.
And an awesome match between two teams. I know it didn't come out exactly the way you had hoped. You're down one of your star players, but both teams really played well here this morning.
Yeah, I thought they played really well. I thought typically for losing coach, you're going to think your team didn't play so well, but I appreciate the compliment. We've had a really good season so far. We're only 2-3, but I think we're probably the best 2-3 team in the world, I think. Like you said, Taylor's down. She's been down since our first match, and she gives us a lot of firepower that we got to try to replace. And our girls have done a great job this year playing hard, and I thought we were a little flat this morning, and I thought, it's always tough playing Prairie Paul teams. They're always really good, and I say we're flat, but they had a lot to do with that. They just are so solid and just defensively and offensively, they just keep making you play hard. They don't beat themselves ever, and so obviously wish we would have given them a little bit better game, but kind of made it a little bit close. That last time out, our girls just kept getting close enough, and we get between 2 and 3, and then we'd kind of self-destruct and shoot ourselves in the foot and make a mistake, an error, just a mental error, and and overall, can't be too disappointed. I never really worry about when I lose to her because she always puts the time in, and she's the greatest. So that's one thing. I never get nervous when I play Terry Paul's team because I always know if I lose, it's because I lost to Terry Paul, and I'm always okay with that. So, but disappointed that we didn't give a little bit better effort, and I know that wasn't our A game for sure. But at the same time, our effort was there. Sometimes you just come out flat, and again, not taking anything away from them because they're very, very good. I I told the coaches today, I said this would probably be one of the greatest games ever if you're 5'9" and under league. You know, neither team had any big hitters, any stud hitters or big tall kids. So that was pretty good effort and pretty good volleyball considering the stature of the players out there. So.
Yeah, I thought both of you kind of wore each other out defensively back and forth there. A lot of fun to watch, always is when you get two teams that are really good. Tim, we want to wish you good luck. I know you got to drive the bus, so you got to get the bus started, get them going.
Yeah,
it
no
is
problem.
really good to see you. Good luck to the Lady Suns.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
We're going to take this time out. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
I know. I'm kidding.
It takes forever.
I watched you.
Every night I get home like.
And we're back here. Can we put that on the outtakes reel? That's what. No. Anyway, talking with head coach Terry Paul here, and I thought Tim gave you a really good compliment here, as he often does. Said you guys just don't beat yourself, and a little more in the varsity game than the JV game. But boy, today your girls did not beat themselves out there today in either match, really.
They really played fairly well out of system when the first ball isn't passed anywhere near the target. So we've practiced that a lot this week, playing out of system, and I could see a lot of good things in this match today. But we always play hard against each other, so it's always fun to play.
Well, and it's fun, as I said to Tim, when teams, there weren't a lot of there were some hitting errors here and there, but overall you don't see a lot of the defensive mistakes because they wore you out defensively on some rallies there, which is really good for your girls to be tested like that.
Oh, it is. I mean, a lot of reasons. We practice together, and so we haven't seen a lot of really varsity style hitting to dig, and so we're doing fine with that considering all the practice restrictions and things that we're dealing with, gym space and things. So yes, they're doing well.
And I had to laugh when Tim said this might be the two best teams in the 5'9" and under league, because neither of you have an overabundance of size, but that really didn't stop you from wailing away at each other today.
And we don't have any size coming. I think he does, but we're small forever, so ball control has to be our bread and butter.
And as you look at your two programs here, I mean, there is no postseason, but you got to be happy with the effort today and with how things came out for you and the Cyclones.
Oh yeah, effort has been strong. I'm very pleased with that. We try to make practice effort-based. We don't give them a lot of chance to hang out, so to speak. So I'm seeing some really good things from both groups. The JV is really improving every day.
All right, Terry. Well, I know you got a lot of things to get to, so we'll let you go. Thank you for coming over here and you're spending a little time with us. Glad we could get to be a part of this.
Yes, and thank you all for all you do. And for folks to get to see the game and hear the game is very nice. Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right. Do need to thank a couple more folks here before we get along in our broadcast. I want to thank United Community Bank. Their service is designed to keep you in the game when you're on the go. With online and mobile banking, that's nothing but net to friendly services you can count on from the leader of community banking. Choosing UCB is always a slam dunk. Locations in Bushnell, Colchester, and 2 in Macomb. UCB is member FDIC. Rosie's Pizza, offering something for everyone with pasta, sandwiches, and, of course, pizza. Dine in and carry out at 458 Main Street in Bushnell. They also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. Call 309-772-2101. West Prairie sweeps them both. They win the JV match 25-19, 25-20, and the varsity as well, 25-15, 25-18. As I always like to say, this is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. Thanks for tuning us in. Thanks for turning us on.